This shit is a bar.
It is fire.
Oh, he bodied this. No. He
Yo, when he said
bodied.
So
when
why-
he said Bobby back in business at WrestleMania, I said, damn.
Yeah, so why we have him on the show?
because he's mad busy, son. He mad Hollywood, son.
Okay.
It's understandable. He booked him busy. He's doing the AEW live music show, whatever.
Yeah, I saw
with
that, yeah.
Montezzi.
Yeah, yes. That weekend of Revolution. Jobber Nation, welcome
Jobber Nation.
to another episode of the Jobbertears
I got a
podcast.
shirt that says Jobber Nation.
As always, I told you that. As
And
always, I'm
right here in
Janelle
the
from
middle like
HR.
this, Jobber Nation. That we fire.
Or you can get the
New
megaphone.
shirt alert.
You can get the megaphone. I actually always wanted to recreate a jacket. Maybe I could do it for Dallas. I don't know if I have
What?
time. I've always wanted to recreate a Jimmy Hart like inspired
That says
like
Jobber
jacket or
Nation.
something, but Texas will be too hot probably, so I can't pull it off.
Yes.
But yes, welcome.
Would it be
to-
in April?
Yeah, nigga.
Well, March. It's
When
March.
I went, no, it's April. Well, it's like the end of March, beginning of April.
April.
But yo, when I was there, when we flew Friday, it was fucking almost 70 degrees.
That's beautiful.
But then the next day, it's cold as fuck.
What? What's name lives down there? What's his name? Joy.
Yeah, well, Joy lives in Houston.
Okay, yeah.
I was in Dallas. Speaking of Dallas, shout outs to Hendrix of Health Club.
How was it?
Throwing a dope the match. So pluses and minuses. And also shout outs to Kiki for doing commentary. Super
Shout out
proud
to
of her.
Kiki.
It was super dope to see her. Shout outs to Randy for Backstage Prawls. That was
Kiki.
actually there too.
Shout out Randy. Randy Savage.
It was cool because it gave that atmosphere of like, first of all, it was BYOB. And like you could smoke, you could drink. Like it was a chill environment, I think, for
That's it.
colors.
So niggas could be niggas.
Yeah, niggas could be. But the thing was, is that
Isn't that like all at any events at this point?
No. But like I'm talking about like inside, like yeah, it was like
Different.
yeah. So like, and it was cool because we was front row.
Yeah, I want to pass the L to the right.
And like everybody was sharing liquor. Everybody was like, "Oh, you want something to drink?" Like everybody was cool. Like it was
niggas
cool.
don't care about COVID.
Yeah, niggas,
So
niggas in the
didn't care
niggas
about
in the
COVID.
state of Texas. COVID who? COVID Cuomo. What?
You gotta check out the thing. Man. You
Okay,
ain't sponsored
well
by
then
these
tell
niggas.
me. But don't just steal my water. That just looks sus as fuck. But you another one.
I'm gonna take it off.
Get me. I didn't let him do it, so I'm not gonna let you do it. No. I can't let one do it and not the other. Like that's not fair.
Well, he didn't ask, so that's why I understood you knew that.
No, you definitely didn't ask either. You just picked it up. But no, this show, in terms of the matches, it was super. There was one kid. He was in the opening match. He looked just like a younger brother version of Tyree, and it was the funniest thing.
They're not
We
related?
kept saying like, "Yo, he looks just like Tyree." No, I highly doubt it. But
You gotta scoop in.
but yeah,
You know what I
so
mean? You gotta scoop in, bro.
we sponsored the match of Darius Lockhart versus
future
Calvin
NWA
Tankman,
champion.
and it was super dope. The only like negative side was so where the actual like place was, it was so cold. Like they think of like warehouse with like only 2 heaters from like outdoor clubs.
I could never picture Texas being cold.
Me either.
Nah, it was we were freezing.
It was at night, right?
Yeah.
That's probably why.
Yeah.
But like the where they had it, it was just super cold. So like as the night progressed and as the matches kept getting like more important, you kind of like zoned out because you were so cold. Like you were just like, by the time we got to Trish and Janai Kai, like niggas checked out, and it was just unfortunate. But no, they did an amazing show. They even let me get the ring skirt that has our logo on it, which was dope. And then they also had AJ Gray. I low-key do want to get AJ Gray on the show. They had AJ Gray and Brian Keith tag team, which was random and weird, but then it kind of worked. Against the I think it's I don't know the tag team name, but they're the tag team champions for VIP, which is a promotion in Dallas, Texas that Shane's the champion for.
Okay.
So he's they went against the tag team champions for VIP, which was dope because they were
How was
definitely
Nasty
up
Leroy?
and coming. Yo, that was the biggest surprise of them all. Yo, I looked. I turned to Danny. I said, "Yo, is that Leroy at the blonde hair?" And she said, "Yeah." I said, "Oh my God!" I said, "I had no idea he was gonna be here." They said, "Yeah, they called me last minute, so I came because he did like a little promo thing, and then it was a whole different scene. And then they jumped Mysterious Q. Like it was wild. I was like, "What the fuck going on here?"
Yo.
But he's living his dream. Like I cannot stress to you how dope it is to just see him in that
He has a good
element.
spirit, right?
And yeah, like he came up, he hugged me. I said, "Oh my God, why you didn't say you were coming?" He was like, "Nah, I wanted to surprise you." Like I was like, "If I would have known, I bought you the shirt and stuff." So I may need the shirt for. Well, I don't know if I'll really see him for Dallas, but you should send it to him.
Shout out to Nicey Leroy. You know,
no, but living out his dreams and not taking any prisoners and not whatever hate or anything comes towards his way, he just lets that shit. So we're gonna talk about
Cody Luther X.
Listen, Cody.
Listen.
Cody.
Listen.
In a matter, I've
he's popping.
What's crazy is that I don't remember the last time this type of because everybody's been being dropped, everyone's being re-signed to different places. I've never seen wrestling flip upside down the way it did this week.
I thought it was beautiful.
I know. I couldn't have. It was the swan song that no one saw coming because everyone knew that Cody's contract had ended before the end of 2021, and he was basically just kind of working, off of a handshake and whatever commitments that he decided to take.
But you know what's interesting? Nobody suspected a thing.
At all.
Because so let's rewind the past this past year in general, like from today February to like last February.
Last year
2021. When Adam Cole was not working with a contract, people was like, "Oh, he's jumping." When Kyle O'Reilly was not working with a contract. Oh, he's jumping.
Yeah, anybody that was just kind of like free agent-ish.
Like, yeah, AEW
just
was like,
knew, like,
they're gonna jump. But, and this is something I have to give to Tony Khan. Nobody ever suspects anybody from that company to jump to the E.
Yeah.
Because, for instance, first of all, everything is kept mad hush-hush.
Well, there's a lot of NDAs and a a lot of
listen. I'm
not mad about I'm not
100%
mad about it. So, but
because
that's
we didn't
just
even
why.
know. Well, we knew about Swole's contract, like us as a podcast.
Yeah.
About to expire, but you didn't hear people talking about it.
You didn't.
Even now, like you still don't know who, and that was kind of the I do kind of give Tony that kind of credit where those kind of like business aspects no one's privy to but him, because to be honest, to this day I still don't know from the beginnings of AEW. I still don't know who's on contract, who's not. Like it's like a luck of the draw at this point.
Yeah, and like unless you're like in with somebody, but besides that, it's like nobody ever, you never hear about it. Like, oh, this person's contract over. He's thinking about going to the E.
Yeah.
Or he's going to like work the Indies or something.
Outside of Brian Cage. That was the only one I think I felt like I heard where that was that rumble of like, he's unhappy.
But that's because of his wife.
Yeah.
Or his girlfriend, whatever she is to
wife.
him. But now with Cody comes up, you hear that, and then
you don't even break a sweat.
No, nobody even like
questioned it.
Nobody questioned it. We didn't question it. It was like, okay, cool. He probably just
they'll figure it out.
Probably figuring, in negotiations. But nigga, Cody came out with that. They had a press release on on all three sides because Brandy ends up is leaving as well, and everybody's like, yo, what the fuck? But then it also goes back to what I said on this podcast, and Cody even agreed with me low key when I said Cody doesn't fit with that company, especially with the
direction,
with the elite. No, even the way he looks. I said he looks like a Ken doll.
Yeah, he does.
It's like you got 4 Ninja Turtle toys.
Yeah.
And then you have the Ken doll playing with it.
But the thing
doesn't fit.
But the thing about Cody is he tried to act like his dad, but he don't look like his dad. What I mean by that is,
that's bars.
His brother and his dad had that gritty look, B. Like my son Dustin's son, they look gritty. He can fit in any era. So his dad, you understand? Because all three of them had that personalities where like everybody gravitates toward them. But Cody, it's a pretty boy. That's it. So he always had life a little bit harder just because of his looks. And this is why that he always had
You think he had it harder?
No, listen.
I think a mixture of his look. I think a mixture of the family name.
Yeah.
I think it was a mixture of things.
Yeah, it's a mixture of things. And on top of that, I'm compared to real life, though, right? Look at somebody who's a pretty boy quarterback, right? Look at Patrick Mahomes, right? I know growing up, niggas low-key gave him a hard time. It was like, yo, he come easy, get all the girls, you're going to get hate. I know MJF got hate. Why? Like certain people, when you look like a 10, you got to work a little extra hard to prove your point. Because someone like me, I look like a gutter nigga straight up if I don't do my if I don't take care of myself. So people automatically root for me. I could root for this gutter looking nigga, but Cody, you can't. It's hard to root for somebody who looks pretty because a lot of us have that low self-esteem.
It's some insecurity shit.
Yeah.
Oh, because I'm saying here like
it's some insecurities, but and then it's also like it's not even that. Like you're right about that part, and that's also I think that goes closer to the fans.
Yes.
Now, when it comes to the actual company,
they love him.
No. I don't think they don't.
I don't think he ever related to anybody in that building.
Because anybody you have to understand, he is not from the independent circuit. He went the other direction. He came from the Fed into the independent circuit.
Yeah.
Like literally, his dad was like, "You want to wrestle? Okay,
cool.
come,
right,
come
right.
to WWE." His dad ran NXT.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean?
It's a different.
He wasn't the owner, but he was like one of the top guys.
Cody.
He was
in that circle. Cody's direction, like you had, like when you get to the like in a scary movie, you have two paths.
Yeah.
All these elite niggas went to the right, and Cody's the only one going
that
to
went
the left.
To the left.
Side.
And then the Bucks even said it because there was an interview with them. There was like, because how they connected with Cody, because Cody talked to Kevin Owens. Because Kevin Owens was like, "Yo, my boys Bucks, they're on the independent scene. They're in New Japan, blah blah blah. I'm gonna link you with them." And then I think they were like in a hot area, and the Bucks said it. They was like, "Yo." When we saw him, like, who the hell is this guy in an effing suit? Like, you don't fit in. He's a T-shirt, jeans wearing guy, and you're in a suit all the time.
And he comes from, like, WWE was paying him well.
Yes. He wasn't a struggling artist.
He wasn't.
It's like.
He was Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, no, it's not even that.
When
it's like
Snoop Dogg was off of death row and went to, like, the South, you looking like.
It's not even that. It's even worse. It's even worse than that. It's like a signed rapper who's been signed for 6 to 7 years. Maybe they didn't put out platinum album, but he put out like, pretty decent, like, maybe a couple of gold albums and stuff. Okay. Then he decides to go independent.
Yeah. That makes
sense. That's who Cody
somebody just did that. I feel like Alicia Keys or somebody. Like there's artists that have been like signed to major labels and now
a lot of them do that though. A lot of older artists do that.
Yeah, because it's a lot more creative control, and I think that it plays off of a part of the reason why Cody left apparently is because of not having the booking power, which essentially. Well, it kind of makes sense. Because now it makes me think back. Like, if he didn't have COVID, would that shit with Sammy Guevara would have went down the way that it did? Like, there's so many now, I feel like, unanswered questions.
I don't think it would. I don't think it... I thought...
Because I was glad that, in a sense, he... Outside of fucking Sammy wearing 2 fucking belts, which I don't understand, but whatever. And even JR said that shit on Dynamite, and I said, JR even fucking buried him on national TV.
No, he didn't bury him.
I said, yo, he's like, I don't even know why he's wearing 2 belts.
Yeah.
I just said that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But
you don't think there's nothing wrong with that, but
no,
like,
but it doesn't. Like, this is how I see it. I watch a lot of sports and commentary, right? It gives the feel like it connects to the audience. He is breaking the fourth wall, and that's okay because he just asked him why he's wearing a belt, but he never saw his intelligence and none of that.
He said, I don't get why he's wearing 2 belts.
Exactly. He doesn't get it. So he's talking about his intelligence level.
But the thing is, though, and that's why I always stress what commentary is super important, because as someone that's listening, like, even if I close my eyes and I can't watch it and I'm hearing it, like, something like that, I would be like, that's because I literally said it 2 seconds before he said it, and I was just like, whoa, something we agree on. Yeah. But I was just like, I don't think he should have said that on TV.
All commentary said it forever. Like how many times that Michael Cole buried somebody even worse? JBL, the list goes on how they bury Tyler way worse than that.
Right, but the thing is though, but see, no. But the thing is though, is it's weird for me, especially because I've done it. That what you try to do is you try to have a balance of good and bad. And my struggles with the AW commentary team at times can be you don't know who's the good commentator, who's the one that's gonna give the heat. Like it's always a like that game where you have like 3 cups and you move them around and shit like that. Like that's how it always feels at times.
But that's how it works for them.
But as someone that's watching it, I may, if I'm the only one, cool. But I may not be the only one. And that's why I'm saying it may not always work to the advantage they may think. But going back to Cody, isn't it? So where does the road lead, literally?
Bro, I'm going back to WWE, make my checks and get home.
Like literally, and the other Khan, the evil Khan, basically said that he's willing to give Cody some kind of
That's
creative
not
control.
the evil Khan. Don't do that.
I mean, he worked for the big corporation, so
he kind of is the evil Khan.
He's not the evil Khan.
I'm not saying he's evil, but
in the wrestling eyes,
in the wrestling world, he's the evil Khan.
Yeah, he's evil Khan.
Okay, I had gotten trashed on the Jobbertears page about this.
Tony Khan is Nunu. Like, you act like you're broke. You act like that you're parted down. But, nigga, you got money, son.
Nigga called him Nunu from ATL.
He is Nunu.
Dead.
He's Nunu.
No, but the thing about it, he's right, though.
He acts like Nunu.
Because think about it. He's a multi-billionaire. Bro, his dad said, here's some money. You can throw it down the drain.
And the NFL makes a lot of money. That team makes a lot of money.
Because
but they trash as fuck.
It doesn't matter.
Don't matter.
Because
look
people
at the Knicks.
No, it doesn't matter.
Because people in Jacksonville,
they can't fucking close.
Because people in Jacksonville go to the games.
Exactly.
They still pay for tickets. They still go.
Just like the Knicks.
Exactly. So he got mad bread, and everybody was like, "Oh, he's not the same thing as Vince McMahon." He's not. But they're doing a lot of the same things.
He got the blueprint.
Like imagine he's like, well, he never released anybody during the pandemic. You're still letting somebody contract. This is my thing. These are people who came with you into the company, right? Mm-hmm. And you're doing business moves of like, yo, you're not worth anything to me.
Yeah.
Leave. I'm let your contract go.
Yeah.
I'm not giving you no TV time or nothing. Yeah. I'll let your contract finish out, and I'm going to hire bigger names to come fill up my company.
Yeah.
Apples and oranges, my nigga.
Same thing.
You still ain't making money. And the thing about it, half of the people that get released still get paid.
Yeah, because once again, you have that period of time where you can't wrestle or anything. If that is like your contract, and you're still getting paid.
But a lot of people don't see the business side of wrestling.
Correct.
Though, because honestly, let's be real. A lot of wrestling fans are blue collar people, right? They don't understand the fact that companies that you make a certain amount, they give you a package like, yo, I'm gonna get you out of here. I'm buying the rest of your contract. Here you go. A lot of people don't understand that concept. And to be off for 90 days, and all that money's going to your pockets. No traveling, no nothing.
Yeah.
So you could either just work out, train, pay what you have to pay, focus on your family, and by the time you get out there, you do what you have to do. This is why everybody, when they come out the 90-day contract, they look phenomenal because they understand that's the next move.
Well, yeah, because you got to prepare yourself for the next spot. That's why when there was some people online that was like body shaming Keith Lee. I was just like, in all honesty, he looked mad good on TV.
He looks better.
His skin was clearer. I was like, the fuck?
You saw his
his beard line was legit.
Son,
I was like,
you saw the salt and pepper?
Now, to be fair, though, he just came off his wedding, so that was
looking
that
sexy,
was okay.
my nigga. Keith looking sexy.
Like, Keith looked fine. I mean, Keith always gonna be a bigger.
My thing is this: it be the dudes that wear shorts in like sub-below zero weather.
I mean, if you hot, you hot. Some people do.
Nigga, no.
No, you have no right to body shame nobody.
But I know that part.
But you know what? It's this weird dichotomy that we gotta like. I don't know how to feel about it because
feel about what?
The body stuff. Because sometimes I'm just like, somebody does look bad, but then other times you're kind of like, whatever.
Right, like how, like even, and especially I think it's with a bigger size like athletes. So like the Joes and the Owens and stuff like that. Like you're just like you what you see is what you get, and you don't really like
But he's always been a big dude. You know what I mean?
So
I didn't understand that.
I didn't get that. But once again, going back to Cody real quick, and then we'll move on. With his impending WWE route. What is who would you like to see him go against now? Like the landscape is very different than 2016.
The Miz.
Bro, he has bro, my brother said one person, The Miz. You got Randy.
That's
you
who I said.
You got Triple H.
Listen,
you can pull off an Edge.
Listen, Cody owes Triple H 5 minutes.
AJ Styles.
AJ would be dope.
AJ Styles, Bullet Club versus Bullet Club.
Yeah.
You got also. He don't even gotta go to AEW. WWE back to WWE right away. Yo, do a little run at NWA. Go against Nick Aldis. Yeah. Go against Matt. Yeah. Like there is so many.
Lockhart.
Darius Lockhart. There's so many possibilities he could do. No, that's a really good one. Come on.
I didn't say it was a good one.
A Black Panther type of brother against the American Nightmare. My nigga, that writes itself.
Because the white man is the nightmare.
The white man is the nightmare. No. An educated black man like Darius Carter is the American nightmare. Oh my God. Oh my God.
The real nightmare versus the American nightmare.
Just imagine. Darius Lockhart coming out, black-fisted all black with the little shades.
AEW missed out on that opportunity because they could have did that.
They ain't hungry, B.
They ain't hungry. They don't want. That. Come on, this niggas envision this shit.
But I think that's a part of why.
He has the nation to walk out with.
Oh my God! Like, a bunch of black kids coming out with him.
Listen, I'm all for lift every voice in the beginning.
Oh my God! Like, yo, this is a WrestleMania match. Darius Lockhart versus Cody Rhodes.
Then you get past wrestlers like the Nation talking in the promo.
We've been held down too many times. We've been disrespected. We are trying to make it to the mountaintop, and the white man keeps bringing us down. And that white man is Cody Rhodes.
So with Cody once again
with the power of my ancestors, the power from the greatest of the mountains.
All right.
My people will succeed and get the NWA title, and once again in my black fist.
All right. But
the promos
with his impending return, do you see it happening before WrestleMania? Do you see it happening the night after WrestleMania?
They got some WrestleMania tickets.
Do you see it? Do you see it happen in Saudi this weekend? Like,
listen.
How do we
There's many ways you can play this out.
How do we play this out?
Yo.
You try to get the pop. You try to get the moment, a WrestleMania moment. He pops up at WrestleMania, but WrestleMania is the end of the season, right? Mm-hmm. Now imagine the season finale, him walking out, season premiere. I mean, season premiere of Raw, him walking out there. The pop he gets.
Which music does he put on?
Yo, that's low-key. That's actually what I'm more upset about because I loved his AEW theme song
so much. AEW theme song. He owns that shit.
He has to have that shit.
Yes. He owns everything. Khan's not a businessman. Khan let these people run wild.
Because absolutely wild.
I thought that he gonna use his old theme song.
Nah, that shit won't hit. Like anything old won't hit. Like especially if he's coming in as the American Nightmare, none of that shit's gonna hit.
But come on. But I really want Darius Lockhart versus him. First of all, I'm all for interracial couples.
Yeah.
But the dynamic of him having a black wife.
Oof.
And him versus Darius Lockhart?
Darius Lockhart coming with the African American flag, and Cody comes with the American flag out.
Ooh. God, son. Ooh. Yo.
There should be a flag match.
I'm fucking dead.
We gotta move on.
It gotta be a flag match.
But on the heels of talking about WrestleMania, let's talk about some rumors that's been circling around the wrestling world, because honestly speaking, it's really hard to talk about anything this week in wrestling because really everything was about Cody. Like when I looked, I was just like, yo, that's all we talked about this week was Cody. But rumor has it.
Shout out to Julian Bell. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Julian, from Phoenix, Arizona. Happy birthday, love. If you're going to be in Dallas, make sure to find me. But yes, rumor for WrestleMania 2-night extravaganza. Is that they're apparently talking. What's on the table is Kevin Owens versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. Does Austin have? Now I've said it for years. Austin has one more match. Absolutely does.
It's Kevin Owens. It's gonna be fine. I don't know. No, everybody's like, "Oh, the match is gonna be trash." No, it is Kevin Owens.
They both brawlers.
No, right.
They're both brawlers. But the thing about it, Kevin
similar.
Owens can work.
Yeah.
So he's gonna make Stone Cold look great,
and he can protect him.
Yes, and Stone Cold has a very, very high ring IQ. Yeah. The match will be fine.
Yeah, they don't have to go in the ring. They can go outside the ring.
Yeah, and also it's not two old heads going up against each other.
Yeah, that
so
can concuss each other.
It's not Sadu again, where it's like Triple H and Shawn Michaels versus Kane and Undertaker.
Do we get Poom Poom shorts, Stone Cold with the shirt, or brief Stone Cold with the no shirt? Which one we getting?
We're gonna get, I believe, Stone Cold briefs, no shirt, vest.
Ooh,
no.
Ooh.
What you mean?
That would be a dream match.
No, he has to do the Poom Poom shorts.
Not the Poom Poom shorts.
Poom Poom shorts and a
t-shirt. No. William done fucked up Poom Poom shorts. So no, Austin cannot come out in Poom Poom shorts.
The Poom Poom jean shorts.
Yeah. No, he's not Ahmed. No.
He was wearing the same shits. But I still don't know how he got his leg up. I still don't know how this man got his leg up because those shorts were dumb tight, son.
Tight.
Oh my gosh.
Keep it tight.
Oh my god! And it was like how today technology where like the jeans could like they have stretchy material in there. They're not. There was 100% jeans.
Jeans. like Gap.
You look at it. 100% jeans. Oh,
like cotton. No stretch.
No
but,
stretch.
I mean, to be honest, so do we put it on night 1 or night 2?
Night 1.
Night 2.
Why 2?
I would put 2.
I feel like night 2 is like the grand closing.
So that's kind of like
and
where
you need some people to get back to the next day too, right?
Correct. Yeah. And I think that's where they kind of messed up in Tampa was because everything you wanted to see outside of if you're a Roman fan, everything outside of that Roman Edge and Daniel Bryan match, night 2, you don't remember anything. But night 1,
I don't remember night 2.
But night 1 was everything.
Fire.
You had that was the Bad Bunny, that was the Drew and Bobby opening, that was Bianca and Sasha closing, that everything. So that's why this year I hope and pray they learn their lessons from that and balance it out a little better because I always stress how match placement really matters. And I think once again when you're kind of behind this, like when you're a fan, you don't really. It's like whatever match I get, but behind the scenes it's super important.
It is. We know that. Job Slam 2,
August 2022. But it's super important to know where you're going to position the matches. So I do agree. I think if they're going to do Austin and Owens, I think it should be night 2.
Definitely night 2.
But they got to let them do promos,
son. Right, because now
they got to let them go.
We're in a dichotomy now where
it's critical.
Saudi is this weekend, and we'll talk about predictions. Saudi is this weekend, and then literally it is a month span. It's 4 weeks of how to build
Did you buy a ticket?
WrestleMania. I have a ticket now. I'm securing a ticket.
Sound wild.
Because
Mikey's not listening.
Of course he's listening.
Not like that. No.
He probably stopped at work like.
No. Imagine you just texted too.
So we get text tomorrow.
Oh, he said these niggas are too high. He just texted you. But no. It was somebody that ended up purchasing by accident extra tickets and they were selling them.
Okay.
So me and Daddy caught that. So that's why I was like, because I was really it wasn't until this week I came back from Dallas where I was like, shit, WrestleMania's in a month. What the fuck? I gotta start getting shit together.
I can't wait for WrestleMania though. I'm looking forward to it.
But I'm actually more excited also too about all the like indie stuff. Like I think that's why people I heavily stress like if you're going to WrestleMania weekend, try to go to an indie show.
Yeah.
Try to go to different things outside of like heavy like promotion stuff because those are the hidden gems that happen. So
like what's a local program for that?
And I think it's dope because GCW is doing like a whole like kind of like carnival type of thing where they're having vendors. Because I actually told Nate, I sent Nate the information for that because I was like, I think this would be dope for you guys to do it. And then they moved. Thank God they moved for the culture to the afternoon because we got tired of being at midnight on competing against Wale Mania. Niggas was like, come on. So they changed the time for that. So that was good. But no, I think
you go to Wale Mania this year?
If they have it, yeah.
New York was different.
New York was wild. It didn't make any sense. But it's WrestleMania season. It's exciting. Okay, that was actually what I was more upset about. I was like,
the amount of
ain't nobody even fucking check my fucking ticket.
Alcohol was in that building. That was before COVID, man.
Stuff bad.
Man,
almost did some bad things that night.
We all did.
No, speak for yourself. Actually,
COVID was different. Like I ain't gonna front.
I was like, shit. The end of the night, yeah.
I ain't gonna front.
Probably.
COVID. life before COVID was different, B.
Yeah, but you adjust and you move,
We're going,
and you move
listen,
on.
Russia is having beef with the U.S. again.
Yo, Uncle
Sharks are out here on these
fucking
streets.
eating fucking
We're back to normal.
humans in Australia. Did you see that shit?
But you have to understand, like, the world always been whacked. Like, watch the show on Hulu. It's called the 90s. It's like massive happened in the 90s. There was a guy.
Dark Side of the 90s.
Yeah, there was a guy
really
that he had
series,
a cult,
actually.
right? Literally, he had a shootout with the U.S. government.
Oh, you talking about Waco?
Yeah, Waco.
Best thing ever.
Yeah, Waco. That was a real thing.
Yeah.
And you have the Move movement where
I get excited because
and,
was in Dallas.
Move where
Waco.
it was
like,
a peaceful group that got bombed by the city of Philly. Like, stuff been happening wild forever.
Listen, it's wicked out here. Everybody just gotta stay safe.
Exactly.
At that point.
Now they think now they talking about how that aliens are real now. They might
Aliens
be like
been real.
They trying to like bring back the Antichrist.
But Uncle Joey is definitely out here on some like try me if you want.
Who?
I've
Joe
never
Rogan?
seen. No, I'm talking about Joe Biden. Ain't nobody worried about Joe Rogan. And that was another thing.
Y'all voted for him.
I
idiots.
low key realized I'm not an idiot. The voter power, I think the lesser of the two. Sorry, not sorry.
There's more than two parties though.
But that's political,
So I'm gonna vote for Kanye?
and that's my shit.
So I'm gonna vote for Kanye.
I mean, it's better than
And
voting
the
for the
up down.
I mean,
Yo, have you seen Kanye's documentary?
No. We were just talking about Mikey.
It's
I
good?
think so. The first
It made you
part
cry?
of it.
Almost made me cry.
I'll watch it tonight.
I'm not gonna hold you. It's
Inspiring.
Or does it give you a better understanding of why he is the way he is today?
I'll be the same way too. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Yeah.
Because
Shout out to Jay Quest. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Jay. You owe us a visit. Stop
Yeah, he
playing
does.
these games.
It's going on a show, nigga.
so it was he did so people are wild disrespectful.
Yes.
So imagine if this is you go into the office of your job, right?
Mm-hmm.
The same job that you helped your CEO do a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
They hired you to do a bunch of shit.
Mhm.
And then you put a presentation on to some of the top people at your job and they just start talking to themselves.
Oh, so they just ignored your ass?
So, yeah.
That's wild.
So there's two scenes he shows. He shows like some executive chick from Rockefeller. So he does some hood shit. He goes into Rockefeller and starts playing his CD for the different people that are high up in Rockefeller.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes into one of the offices. This is an executive. Mind you, he helped make the Blueprint a classic.
Mm-hmm.
He goes and starts playing songs that become now Grammy-winning songs for them. And Shorty just looks at him like this and starts talking to somebody else.
Oh, so we just ignored him.
Twice somebody did that to him. And I saw that. I was like, yo, this is really fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, it is crazy because he was playing songs off College Dropout. Songs that became bangers.
Yeah.
And they just looked at him like he was stupid. And one of the ladies was like legit started having a conversation with somebody else. Like it's super inspiring. I didn't finish watching the whole thing, but it's like you understand like you understand why he's the way he is, but you also got to give him credit for having such an amazing drive.
Yeah.
Cause he was like in Chicago, people be like, you know, they I don't know how people in Chicago talk, but he's like in Chicago, they be like, you know, they do one thing and they start talking about that one thing. I ain't here for that. I'm working. I'ma keep working. That was about it. Kanye's the man.
He is the man.
Yeah. Just a little misunderstood, I think.
All black sheeps are.
So it's just rough. But I mean, certain things too, like I think certain things should just not be for a studio audience either. So like there has to be a balance. I think at times, regardless of the situation, where you keep it offline and where you keep it online. But that's neither here or there. But moving right along, what else is going on in wrestling? So we have the rumors of Mania floating around. Matt Cardona is the NWA champion, which
Jeff Hardy
was random as fuck.
Hardy
Hardy Boys reuniting
against Enzo and
Kaz
and Baby Test.
Random as fuck.
Nobody cares.
Random as fuck.
Nobody cares.
Yo.
Nobody cares.
Why?
Nobody cares about him going up against Enzo and Kaz. Because it's not going to be a good match. Promo might be fire, though. That I'll give him. Because Enzo might going to cut some.
He got bigger, though.
He's on steroids. But, man is on the gas hard. There's nothing natural.
How you know?
Because you can tell. And I'm not gonna go into detail. That man is on the gas, and it's okay. Do what you want to do.
I mean, could you think about it? Like one day he was small, the next day he big. So you just have to look at it like what's going on here?
Dang, imagine if I get on the guys.
Yeah, like I'm just saying, like if you came out here swole, I would
Plus
be
I'm
like,
Haitian.
I'd be like, Yarly, go sit the fuck down.
Plus I'm Haitian. Yeah, I'll be like this.
But yeah, what else is going on in wrestling before we talk about Saudi?
Rampage. I mean, Dynamite.
Well, last week SmackDown.
What happened?
Fuck yo. I just want to thank WWE. And as many people always, downgrade and say they don't give Naomi the attention or the accolades she deserves, but the match between her and Charlotte was probably one of the best women's matches on SmackDown in the last few months, hands down. Like looking back, because I had to think when you just asked that question, I was like, I don't remember much, but I remember that shit because that was the main event. On top of it being a really there were moments you really they told in that ring they were phenomenal and they left you wanting more, and it was every 2 count where Naomi you thought was gonna get that 3 count where now you're invested, and then shout outs to once again production. WWE is a different level. The cameraman was getting certain fans' faces and their reactions, and there was such an investment in such a small build that it was just it honestly reminded me. I was like, this is kind of why I felt like I love wrestling, because of moments like this, opportunities good. Like that
Rampage
happened.
was good too.
Yo, did you hear about EC3?
Oh, and I almost said fucking Big Show. Braun starting their own
Titan.
Promotion.
Yeah, but it also got picked up by. It also got a TV deal.
Yeah.
By who?
I did hear about that earlier today, because that came out earlier today.
I got a question.
Okay, talking to the mic.
And be honest, y'all.
Okay.
If Shane McMahon starts his own promotion,
okay, do
you think it will be good? Just from his history, what you know about him, and what he did outside the ring, waiting for WWE Network and stuff like that, do you think, with the right people around him, Shane McMahon could legitimately build a great 5th or 4th option?
But I think anybody, yes, but I think anybody with, as you mentioned, a team around them that either knows what they're doing, knows how to promote. If you have the right players in the right positions, then yes, anything can be successful.
What about
if you have the right players in the right positions?
Why?
But
I don't think his passion's there
But I don't. Yeah, Shane's never been when you look back, and it's funny because we were watching. I don't know how the fuck we got back into Ministry of Darkness hole, but we watched the episode last night on Peacock. It was April '99, and it was right before Backlash. Mm-hmm. It was right after WrestleMania when Austin won the title again. I think that was WrestleMania 15. Austin won the title again, and then now they're going to Backlash and stuff.
Sorry, guys.
But no, it's fine. But you had that whole thing where Vince was, protecting Stephanie before she got. This was all before she got kidnapped by Undertaker. Yeah. But even
one
things,
of the best storylines ever.
One up, hands down. If they thought about doing that, listen, wrestling recycles itself. If y'all decided to bring that shit all the way back, I'm here for it.
Yeah, but go ahead.
But even looking back at those, moments and those, Shane was in the forefront of the corporate ministry, blah, 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 blah. But then past that, for me as a fan, I always thought Stephanie had more passion about wrestling than Shane. I think Shane enjoyed those moments, like the Steve Blackman, the Kurt Angle, him with his dad, him with fucking Taker at WrestleMania in Dallas, a Hell in a Cell shit. So I think Shane enjoys those moments and adding to what he can do for the company. But I think on his own completely, I don't see it being a passion.
I think he lost his passion when he came back after a while, and he realized that, I don't want to do this no more. I felt that he lost his passion after they canceled Raw Underground. Because I felt that was the one that, I felt that they built Raw around Raw Underground. It was mad interesting because it gave it a new dynamic. And you look forward to who's going to step into Raw Underground. And that was a great way to get talent over as legit tough guys. Right. To me, Some people might like. I swear to you. Shout out to Dark Side of the Ring 2020-30 Dark Side of the Ring Raw Underground, because that was revolutionary. Because think about it. The Hurt Business came to Raw Underground.
Oh no, we were looking forward to Raw Underground.
They
more
put
times.
when Hurt Business came to Raw Underground, beat up everybody at the end, came out like the pandemic era was different, B. Right. We didn't appreciate the pandemic era, B. We didn't appreciate it, B. The Hurt Business was the faction for the pandemic era.
But I think it's more. I don't think he lost his passion. I think you get tired of being told what to do.
Yeah, and stuff like that. Yeah. By your dad. And like you felt that you favored this nigga didn't birth you. I mean, you didn't birth this man, but yet, like you necking him. Whatever, Triple H. You understand?
But Trips had the more. But Trips had the passion.
Had the passion, because the thing is,
and he works for that. So there was nothing.
Listen. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. If I have a son, right?
Yeah.
And this little nigga says, I don't want to work out, he's getting a punch to the chest. Straight up.
Watch your son be fat.
He's getting a punch to the chest. I don't give a fuck if he's fat. He could be a roly-poly ass nigga. But you better be hitting this gym. You lifting weights. You doing push-ups. You doing all this shit. I don't give a fuck. And if my son goes, nah, dad, and
parenting skills 101.
He turns like 7. He gets older, turns into a man. He's like, nah, dad, I don't want to do this. And let's say I have a daughter, right?
Yeah.
And her husband is out and is like, yo, Mr. Wilkins, I want to work out
with you.
Yeah, nigga, you my son. I'm going to kiss him on the forehead. That's what Vince McMahon did. He kissed Triple H on the forehead. Mwah. And said, Shane.
More than once.
You get this random tweets about your birthday once a year. And it just says, happy birthday to my son. While Stephanie gets, yo, my darling, my beautiful daughter, you're amazing, blah, blah, blah.
But I
even got a black son, The Rock.
Sorry.
He loved The Rock.
I heard some conspiracies about The Rock.
What? He was made in a laboratory?
What?
No.
No. Oh. What you were going to say?
No.
What you heard about The Rock, though?
No, I said a conspiracy after Miss HR.
Yeah.
No, I think really.
I thought they were going to say that he was
not the straw that broke the camel's back, but I think the ultimate shift was the first time Shane left.
Yes.
And it was never like a I can't fuck with you, but it when you do business, especially with friends, like close friends and family, it complicates things inside and outside.
But he he helped launch
so
WWE
like there
Network.
was so
like
there
he was the blueprint for WWE Network.
Well, that was because of the
deal he made in Japan and
China.
Right,
in China. The stuff that he was doing non-wrestling related ended up coming full circle for him. But that was more, I think, of a oops or like a this is an opportunity.
You think it wasn't a chess move? Think it was an accident?
No, I think it was I think at first the initial was like a oops, but then I think he saw it as like, if this was the way for me to get back into the family business, into the good graces of my dad, low key, because no one likes to disappoint their parent, regardless of what type of relationship you have with them. No one wants to disappoint.
He doesn't have a very welcoming spirit, though.
And he's older.
Shane?
Yeah,
Shane's older.
But that's what I'm telling you.
Shane don't have very
when you're first born, a lot of like pressure is on you.
I'm not
for you
born.
To be right.
Talk to my brother about that.
So, but I'm saying I'm firstborn. So there's a lot of pressure for you. As that first,
but guess who ain't gonna crack?
That's a bar.
But
when you're firstborn though, you have a lot of obstacles.
Shane is mad welcome. I met him twice.
Recently.
I don't care.
Oh, like before.
Because like how I be watching stuff, he be sound like low-key irritated, like,
because he doesn't want to do it.
He doesn't want to do it, yeah.
Listen, I'm tired of this shit. I am rich, bitch.
And I think you don't want to get it mixed up of like the person Shane and then the character Shane. And that also too, it's the same thing like
I don't fuck about this shit.
Character Vince and human Vince. They're similar, but they do have differences
like,
too.
Human Vince, when I see him on a human level, he looks mad relatable.
Listen.
Like Vince looks more relatable than his kids.
Vince is, well, he's a Virgo, so there you go.
Like Vince is the type where like how that like he'll never admit that he's wrong unless you have to back him in the corner. You're like, you listen, I was wrong.
Or he knows like I fucked up.
Yeah, like here's some money. Like he's the type that will overpay you because he feel bad. You look like I don't want you to buy anything, but it'll solve 85% of your problems.
Yeah.
You still depressed though, but you be depressed in the Lambo, JR.
Well.
All right, Vince. I take the salary.
Listen. He doesn't want to do what his father wants him to do.
Yeah.
You getting punched in the chest, and I'm going to bring over Triple H. Even though Triple H fucked up NXT, but not beating AEW. He didn't beat AEW.
That's not his fault, though.
So the conspiracy theory about The Rock.
Okay, I was going to say, what the fuck was that about?
You know him and Nick Khan grew up together.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
That picture that popped up, I was like, oh, shit, these niggas know each other?
They're friends.
Yeah.
So the conspiracy behind this is that. So this is long-term booking.
Okay.
So, rumor has it that Triple H used to give The Rock shit when The Rock was coming up.
Yes. I actually heard of that.
Yes. So then, long-term booking again. Low-key, The Rock and Nick Khan are friends. And Nick Khan is the reason why NXT is not the way it is anymore. It's because of The Rock.
That's OD.
But why would you know what? It's big business. Sometimes they Snapchat
but you know
for
what?
bigger gains.
So that's the thing.
So you think The Rock gonna come and own NXT?
The Rock might buy WWE.
Yo, when is XFL?
XFL's next year, which I thought. So that's why when he opened up the Super Bowl, I said this nigga here and his marketing shit. I cannot deny that shit.
Because you know, his team is fire.
Because I was like him opening Super Bowl and knowing that right now, a year from now, XFL will reopen. Yeah. Right after Super Bowl next year, system. I was like, "Oh my god!"
People have to understand, like that's going to be the NXT of the NFL.
And then on top of that, did you see what he said? Somebody asked him like, "You paused when you said millions," and he was like, "Don't worry, I'm going to fill that in soon."
Yeah.
I said, "Oh my god, come on, Dwayne, don't be like that."
Yeah, like. The XFL about to be the farming system for the NFL because a couple of players came from the XFL.
That was always and it actually happened right before XFL stopped because of the pandemic. There was players that got picked up the following season in NFL because of how well they did in the XFL.
It's a good farming system.
So
and the games are faster too. Like,
I'm excited because XFL offers me full round year of football. So
it wasn't whack though.
I'm okay.
The
with
second
that.
time around,
no,
the games was mad hard hitting.
I was more upset that the fucking Corona decided to pop up and we couldn't go to the fucking game that we were planning on going to here in New York than anything. But
so the XFL, it wasn't for that it failed. It was just bad timing. They didn't have enough like.
Well, there was no cash coming. There was no revenue.
Yeah, because it just started.
Once the world kind of shut down, there was no revenue.
Because when it came back around, I felt like
it was different.
Yo, I just watch highlights all the time.
It was different. They had, but it goes back to when you just asked about Shane. It goes back to having the right people in the right positions to do the right things, and them hiring people that used to do, be director of operations for NFL or anything overseas. Like when you have those people in those positions that can help take things to another level, it's super. It makes a difference. But yeah, so SmackDown this week. So that to me was my highlight. Raw.
Shout
out to Terry Ass. Terry Ass was on a ramp on Raw because they were because when I got home, I asked Mikey. I said, Mikey, where are they? Because I thought I saw the We Love Wrestling, and I thought I was tripping. I said, yo, where they at Raw? And he said, Indianapolis. I said, that was Terry because Terry lives in Indianapolis. So he had him and his son was on the ramp side, and I saw him. So shout out to Terry from We Love Wrestling. I saw him, and I was like,
shout out to Terry.
Hey, but yeah, Raw this week. Yeah, light skinned, bright eyed niggas. But Raw this week.
Solid.
What happened? What do I remember?
Reggie saying that I'm not selling for the friend zone.
Also, Dolphy, Ciampa.
Do you understand when? So I'm literally, because this is Valentine's Day, so I'm in the kitchen, I'm making dinner or whatever.
What'd you make for dinner?
I made infused spaghetti.
Oh, I think it's infused pork chops.
No, I could do that, but
infused spaghetti with like THC.
So I had oil, yeah. So I had a bit. So I finally found a guy that does oil. So I got oil.
From where?
And I'll give you the connect. It's in Brooklyn too.
Okay, cool.
So you guys getting high off pasta?
But he has mad he has like an option.
Hold on. Y'all getting high off pasta?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're eating heavy carbohydrates and getting high.
You put in anything though.
But yeah, you can put so like 2 weeks ago, Mikey made a cake. And we had put the oil in the cake.
Oh, yeah, it was yeah.
Oh, that was the cake you ate? Yeah.
I fell asleep for like 10 days.
Yo, it's so funny because Mikey was like, yo, when Yarly got up, he knew you was high. And I was just like, well, no one told him to stuff the fucking cake in his face. But, so I'm cooking dinner and I'm like, yo, I come in the room and Raw's on. You said you got to what?
I have to read something to you after you say
okay. And Raw's on and then I hear a voice on commentary and I'm like, what the fuck is that? I was like, who's talking? And then the camera pan, I said, oh shit, Ciampa's on fucking Raw. What the fuck is going on here?
Fucking amazing.
This shit is dope. I was like, oh my
amazing.
God, are you kidding me? And then the next night, that's why it bothers me at times when people gonna like what they like. But I really genuinely feel like people have not given NXT 2.0 the honest, real chance that it deserves. Because it's actually really good.
I like it better.
And it
really, just got good. This past episode was the best episode I've seen. The fucking
Vengeance Day episode they did
I gotta watch it, like, was it
fucking dope. Like
this past, no, it was. So I caught the last hour.
With some Braun Baker.
Braun Baker's match with
Santos Escobar, which was what? Commercial free.
So that was Santos Escobar to me sounds like a more refined
Alberto.
Andradas.
No, he's actually
he's leveled up.
I think he's better than Alberto Del Rio.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
I mean Andrade.
He's better than both of them, to be honest. For me,
I want to say this. I never saw the big deal of Alberto Del Rio.
You know what it is? He came out with mad cars though.
No,
and like his theme song was fire.
I think the theme song was hot though.
I think his presentation was fire.
I never liked him, and that was a dark time for me with wrestling. When they
pushed him to the moon, and then he won that one-time 40-man Royal Rumble.
Is he a Triple Crown winner? Yeah. He didn't win the Rumble.
Yes, he did. He won that 40. Yo, he won that 40-man Royal Rumble.
Because I know he won Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
He won the Rumble.
Yep.
Why did they like him?
He won the WD title. He won the U.S. title.
Well,
I think the IC title too.
I think at that time though he was, I don't want to say that,
but
it's that not even that, it's like that quota of like you gotta have that kind of like one Mexican.
And he was hot in Mexico
over. And at the time, yes, but he's a shitty person.
And think about it.
Sin
Cara is just like Sin Cara was the bust. So Vince was like, I'm gonna get my man's in here now.
This is it.
And he politicking pretty well too.
This is it. It's not about him being the color of his skin.
Yeah.
No.
Not about his race. I just don't like him.
Yeah. No.
Not even about what he does outside of the ring.
No.
I was just never.
It never hit for you.
It never hit,
and that was okay. It was a time where for me it did, and I loved it. And I'm more of a theatrical, so like the entrance mattered to me.
Yeah.
The music mattered to me. You having your own personal ring announcer, that mattered to me. Like those type of things. I gravitate to those things more on just a creative. I like these things than the in-ring at times. And I didn't think the in-ring was that bad, but I just think overall they couldn't depend on that nigga.
Memorable.
So you couldn't depend on that nigga. So that was that. But no, but Santos and Braun Breaker's match was dope. So the thing I like about NXT 2.0 the most is the vignettes. And it's because for me, vignettes are definitely a missing art form in wrestling right now because AEW does have the hits and misses with those two, as well as WWE. But NXT, for some reason, I think they found what works, the formula for when they want to do vignettes and when they want to build things. I like the fact that the Diamond Mine niggas won the Dusty Cup, and you didn't really see that coming because they kind of made you feel like MSK was going to be back-to-back Dusty Cup champion. So I like the fact that Bivens and them won. And you saw the emotion. You felt it. You were there. Even though you were home, you were there.
Does Paul Heyman have his hand in it?
No, it's just Sean.
Because it feels very ruthless aggression-ish.
But it's Sean.
Yeah.
Sean's involved.
So you got to remember, when Sean came back and it was all God and holy, that was that era.
Yeah, because I'm looking at it, why can't I enjoy this so much more than I can enjoy Raw? Even SmackDown something, because I feel like I'm looking like, oh, this is like ruthless aggression.
I love the fact. So the next week they start the women's Dusty Cup tournament, and I like the fact that they have that Jade Cora girl and Raquel Gonzalez together, and that vignette that they had where Raquel called at 5 o'clock in the morning, told her get up, we training. Like I like shit like that keeps me all right. Next week, cool.
But
like
it's episodic. That's
why. Or when Toxic Attraction. Versus Indy and the other girl that's with the other Australian girl that's with her, and then it was backstage and Dexter Lumis came out, and then the other nigga came. Like it's just so many pieces. I like it. I'm sorry.
For me, the reason why I like NXT, the whole having storylines in it, like we said last week with Chisel Adonis, because it makes you want to tune in. Like you want to see like what one of my favorite is Big Kane and Daniel Bryan going to therapy every single week.
Yeah.
And you look forward to that same look like, oh, what are you going to say in therapy? You got hooked. Shout out to the editing when Kane went down his whole timeline. You looking like, dang, son.
You had it rough.
It's entertaining.
But that's what they did on Dynamite this week. Because
which
it
they
felt
did
very episodic,
outside. But like I said, outside I think of Punk opening,
I didn't have a problem with that.
I don't know.
Because it's something that I've been saying is that they finish things too quick, and they finally are even though they're pulling teeth a little bit.
The thing though with that though is that they pick and choose who they want.
Yeah, I don't
to
like
keep
that.
Things.
Yeah,
and that's what doesn't keep me captivated, because it's like you have your world champion, your face of your company, and there's no real like long term thing going on with him. You literally gave him Lance Archer for 2.5 seconds. Now Adam Cole enters the picture for 2.5 seconds. Now do you get the belt off of one Adam to the other Adam? I did actually like the promo that they did, because I was like, well, Adam Page, when he told him, he was like, oh, you only came because your friends is here. I was like, whoa.
And like he said how that
he got personal.
They used to say that, oh, that's the other Adam. I ain't gonna front.
I was like, that's actually factual.
I was like, oh, Adam calls like, yo, who's that guy? Oh, that's I think his name like Horse or Cowboy, something like that.
But you see what I'm saying? Like, it's everything I've been complaining about, because it's not just wrestling. Like, for instance, the reason why I told you guys in pre-production why I love the first 45 minutes. You had Punk, MJF. Now, why that segment was good for me was that MJF didn't answer.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't need to.
He didn't need to. But the thing about it added more to the storyline. It wasn't, oh, I want to fight you. Oh, I'm going to beat you up. See you next week.
Oh, see you in an hour on Rampage.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It didn't feel that way.
See you in 30 minutes.
It was.
And you in the building, you know you about to watch it sit in like 10
It was
minutes.
dramatic.
Yeah, that is true.
It was a dramatic feel about it.
Yeah.
And then you have a phenomenal match in between.
Oh yeah, Lee Moriarty, that's a D-boy. That was good.
Now, this is the first time the commentary team, to me, put somebody over.
Yeah.
They put over Lee Moriarty low key, and I was sitting there. I was washing dishes, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And that's why I always stress how important commentary is, with especially when young talent like that.
But they did a shitty job. I will nitpick this, because they were like, "So we'll see why this is happening," and then it was between Moxley and Bryan Danielson and the vignette. I'm like, nigga, what are we doing? This has nothing to do with Lee.
Yeah.
And then while they were doing commentary for the match, they connected it back to Lee because he wants to recruit Lee and everything like that. And that's when it all made sense. I mean, I already knew, but the thing about it, if nobody didn't know watching
that's your first time watching that shit,
you would be confused.
Yeah.
And then post-match, Moxley comes out. Moxley sober, cutting fire promos.
Yes, yeah.
Nah, that promo was concise.
When my nigga said, I don't work anybody that I don't bleed with, I said, oh, I felt that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
True.
Him sober is top tier.
So that's what I'm asking. Where did the shift happen for you? Because you said the first 45 minutes. There's a whole nother hour and 15 minutes of the show.
Oh, it just went down.
But what was it after that, though?
I have a question. Why can't women go through tables? For some reason, why it doesn't break when it go through it?
They're not heavy enough.
Yeah.
Most women in professional wrestling are very small.
Yeah.
Just like Mercedes Martinez, like I tower over.
There was no like real force.
I noticed that notes.
I didn't really care for the whole. First of all, when the guy came in the picture frame with Britt Baker when she was doing the promo backstage, I was like, "Is that Dan Lambert again? Fuck, this nigga's in everything."
Who's gonna be for?
Then when I realized, I said, "Oh shit, that's not even Dan Lambert. It's a nigga that looked like him, and this nigga from Cobra Kai." And I don't even watch that shit. And I was just like, "What the fuck is you doing here?"
You're racist. So you saying that all white people look alike?
They look alike.
They look alike to black people.
No, those two niggas look alike.
No. My brother is right though.
No, but those two niggas, if you look at them,
they do though. They
look alike. So it wasn't even on some like racist shit. It was just like I literally thought because I was like Dan Lambert ass in every fucking frame. So I was like, oh, here we go again, him talking to Britt Baker. And then when the match happened with Mercedes, Thunder Rosa, I love Thunder Rosa's fucking outfit.
Yeah.
Oh, so amazing. But yeah, when they cut the camera to him on ringside, I said, "Oh wait, shit, that's not Dan Lambert."
Yeah,
that's a nigga from Cobra Kai.
They had.
Oh, I didn't like the Wardlow match. That's what kind of.
Who did he go against?
He went to get Max.
I wanted Max Caster to win so bad.
I didn't like it. It wasn't bad, but then I see them really trying to push Max.
Yeah,
I wanted him to win so bad because now, now they got this. Now they low key have put themselves in a corner. So that's why I'm like, fuck. I as much as I want Will to win, now I may not see it happen because they put themselves in the corner where now they have it's like 5 slots for this ladder match with now 25-30% of the people in it now are heavy ass niggas. You got niggas that's over 280 pounds climbing ladders and shit to go get a damn contract now. And now that how awkward low key will that look? You know what I mean? Like think about because people bitched and complained when Brock ass climbed the ladder, even though I got excited.
Yeah.
But
like they acting like Brock niggas cannot climb
visually,
ladders.
now you right. So now they have on Rampage the qualifying match with Will Hobbs and Dante Martin, and now I'm like, fuck. They can't have
also Keith Lee had a vignette.
Oh yeah.
Which was mad good. Yeah. That was actually the very first time.
That was another time that was another thing that first 45 was good. Thanks for reminding me because it was like, okay, we're seeing who Keith Lee is. Mm-hmm. Even though most of us know who the fuck he is. Mm-hmm. But it's like, oh shit, all right. This match is important. This is thing. Like that episode really connected a lot of shit. Mm-hmm. Like
the Young Bucks versus the Red Dragons next week, they set that up. And you saw Adam Page, and the guy was like, "Where you going, Adam Page? Shut up!"
Yo, Adam. First of all, I keep forgetting that the camera nigga is not a regular camera nigga. So when he looked at the camera and told him to shut up, I was like, why he talk something like that? But then I realized it was Cutler ass. I was like, oh, that makes sense.
That was good.
But Adam being confused on which road to go down.
It added a storyline.
Tony Schiavone needs to give Adam Cole 5 minutes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Actually,
stop talking to my
everybody.
Everybody. Stop talking to my girl like that.
No. Everybody always interrupts fucking Tony Schiavone ass. So no, Tony better fucking next time grab the mic back.
No, because he's mad disrespectful.
He's not.
Tony is mad.
Tony has done nothing but put Britt Baker over every promo.
He hugs her too tight.
And he DMDs every fucking time.
Nigga, why are you doing that? You're an announcer. There's no need to do that.
Yes,
are you fucking my girl?
Well, that's something that he needs to
fucking
figure out.
Is your old ass fucking my girl?
And if that is, then
I'm not gonna hold you.
Problem.
Adam Cole is to put the beats on Tony Schiavone,
fuck
son.
That.
One time.
One time.
Nigga
is getting too close
if
to
you
my
watch he gotta beat up Tony Schiavone.
Everybody be out here fucking disrespecting Tony Schiavone.
No. If you want the mega heat, you beat up Tony Schiavone.
He has to beat up Tony Schiavone.
One time.
Because
if he ain't wash him after the very, very first time Adam Cole came on fucking Dynamite and told him, listen, the next time I see you next to my bitch like that, if Adam Cole ain't fucking wash him, then the opportunity is gone. I don't care.
They built up something big. I could tell. They built up something big for Adam Cole and Tony.
If he didn't wash him, then
he needs to wash him. He just got to the place. You can't beat him up.
Yes, you listen.
Tony Schiavone is
every single person has disrespected Tony Schiavone. Every fucking interview he does.
No,
he does it. Tony Schiavone, you're there. If I'm interviewing, think about when you're interviewing someone,
get it, right?
And I do. But I fucks with Tony Schiavone heavy.
I think it's the work husband. You know how the work husband is dangerous.
No, but like you're interviewing somebody. How would you feel if you're genuinely trying to ask questions, be engaging, and then literally as you're asking the question, they do this?
You'll suck my dick, nigga. Like,
okay. So that same so
I'll get tight.
Okay.
Like, the first time I said, the second time you do it, I'm like, all right, man.
So think about it. Literally, AW's been in business 3 years. Yeah. Think about it. 3 fucking years, everyone does that shit to you. Literally this. So
no, that's part of the job. That's part of the job.
No,
it's part of the job.
If you go back and look at, I hate to go back to some WCW shit. If you go back, Nitro, WCW, Mean Gene, no one ever did that shit to him.
Well, I don't care.
No one.
So he's taking it out on
no one
on
ever.
Britt Baker's
no
cheeks.
one ever thought.
And you know what? Adam Cole is to punch this nigga in the face.
Nigga, do you really think he's smashing Britt Baker?
You never know.
I never know.
You the work husband.
He the work husband.
Yeah.
Do you
think, especially when he was in NXT.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't see Adam today, did you? Oh, Adam didn't send you no flowers like he usually do. You know what, Britt? Let's go get something to eat. I got you.
That's almost.
He got the old school money. You know, he got a Starbucks card too.
He definitely has old school WCW money, son.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and baseball money too.
And he be hugging her too tight, son.
Yeah.
Okay, now you just nitpicking.
Nah.
He got Starbucks, so you know that he giving her the Starbucks different Starbucks
now,
code.
granted, do I think he gives Britt Baker special treatment every interview? Absolutely.
Yes.
But do I think that
he
Adam Cole
shoulder.
needs 5 minutes? Nah. Tony Schiavone needs 5 minutes with every single fucking person that snatched that mic from him.
But
That's
how you
what
feel
he
about
needs.
the Inner Circle match?
I thought it was great. I thought it was good. I mean, I say great. I thought it was good. I like that Eddie came out. The pop he got was dope. I think that Santana pinning Jericho meant something. It's always those little things that you may not think about. Santana pinning him meant something, and I thought that was dope. I don't understand what Jake. I thought Jake Hager. I forgot he was even in the match. So
I think he was
that
injured.
part fucked me up. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then,
but it makes more sense to pin Jericho because
then
you still been on Jake Hager.
The match
though.
was dope. The match was decent, but then Jericho ass got up and then rolled out and started fucking up Eddie Kingston.
But he was like, holding his neck.
What the fuck?
Too. He was like, oh, my neck.
I was like, are y'all for real right now?
Yeah. I want to see that match. Eddie Kingston versus
but
Jericho.
I do think that that's what they're building up to Revolution will be Eddie Kingston versus Chris Jericho.
Would it be LAX?
No.
The original LAX with Jericho versus the new LAX with Eddie Kingston and the new one. That would be a fire match, though.
Fucking, who's the original
Hernandez.
Hernandez and the
can't work like
ain't
that.
coming out like that.
And like Homicide's kind of whacking in the
Hernandez
right
ain't coming out like that.
Yeah. And Homicide's not as great in the ring, though.
It's a good change of pace for them.
Yeah.
But then now it's like, okay, they beat them. Now what? Now is the Inner Circle done, or is it like, all right, we
you
fought?
You forget the element of Sammy's not in there no more.
Sammy's not in there.
First of all, ain't nobody worried about Sammy ass in the Inner Circle.
He got bigger.
Everybody knows the moment. Everybody knows the moment Sammy decided to not really fuck with these niggas was when his shit started calipoing up. So like, ain't nobody. When I think of Inner Circle, I even forget that about Sammy. So I don't even consider that shit.
It was the Inner Circle was for Sammy,
which is unfortunate because I think. I like when they did the promo 2 weeks ago and they were just like, you've been holding us back. I co-signed that. I was like, absolutely.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah, we know that.
They had the Inner Circle, the ideal of the Inner Circle.
Just like what Jericho said, like
back,
just like Santana said, every time you beat, you drag us in there. The pinnacle, you know.
But then it also put them over too. I don't know.
It's like Jericho said it. I put you in the main event. I made you the most money you ever made before.
He did.
Yeah, because like
bars.
You feel me?
Jericho was spitting that one.
The Indies is not paying you like $500,000 just for the match. No, you don't have to struggle no more. You don't have to go to Section 8 no more. But you don't get the food stamps.
So I should blame Jericho for that rate increase.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Fuck Jericho.
Yes.
But
they're charging like 2 racks now.
Yeah, almost.
Exactly.
Yes.
If I'm stepping into an independent ring,
2 racks.
2 racks. Listen,
I don't have to win.
Don't let me get signed.
No.
Don't let me get signed. Excuse me? You asking for $100?
2 racks.
2 racks for me to walk out my crib.
2 racks.
I don't know you like if it was somebody like Joakim, come on, son. Just pay for my hotel and my airfare.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That's it.
And give me a chopped cheese when I get there.
Exactly.
Nigga said chopped cheese.
Just give me something to eat.
Yeah.
And a beef patty. You know what I mean? It's treat me good.
Yeah. But if I don't know you,
but I don't know you?
You know? You're from a different school? Yeah, I'm charging you 3 racks now. And I want your girl in my bed. I don't like white women.
Yardley. That's not nice. I had to say your real name. That's not nice. Because you out here wilding right now. But yeah, who ended Dynamite? That's the part I don't remember.
My boy Darby.
Darby versus Sammy.
Sammy taking that bump, he should have got a bonus. That shit. I said,
Again. Y'all complain so much about how these WWE guys had to come in. But like I said last year, they set the foundation because these young guys wasn't ready. Now who's closing down Dynamite? The pillars. Come on, be my son. Darby Allin versus.
I think A want nothing to do with B though. I think the two of them just have really good chemistry together.
Yeah, but overall though, it's just like they was not main eventing Dynamite like when it first came out. No, they had to build them up. Like Sammy didn't look like Sammy. Sammy came out like he just came from Lucha Underground. Now Sammy feel like AEW. You know one person I feel like who doesn't like he fits AEW, he doesn't. I think that he's just got the respect. He's the OG CM Punk. I feel like the real face of AEW is Moxley. Like he fits the culture. He is AEW. When he came back, I felt the heart and soul of AEW came back.
Well, you have to remember, wasn't he the one that took the title off of Jericho?
Yes.
So that's why.
Yeah. He's the real heart and soul.
That's a part that plays a part in terms of how the fans, I think, relate to, the people that have been there. Kind of. I don't.
He was the first one who made that jump.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But not only that, but
he put in a circle, and after
definitely,
that, when he Paragon shift.
It was a lot that Moxley did.
Yeah.
Low key. That's why the fans feel the way they feel about him.
Because he's the heart and soul, not Punk. Punk is just like.
Punk was never who said that he was?
Like when because
Punk came for a check.
Yeah, like
I understood that shit.
Because Mox.
First of all, going back to Punk real quick, the fact that they found that picture of him and MJF.
Well, that's easy.
It's all over online.
That shit
it's online.
Was hilarious.
Yeah, it's online.
I loved it.
I said, oh Lord. Do you think and we'll give our predictions for Saudi shortly. But do you think the dog collar match was the best match for them to end whatever they got going on?
I don't like that dog collar match. I think it's very carny. It's very circus-ish. Because people don't understand what carny means. I'm just not a fan of dog collar matches.
So what kind of match should it have been?
Put niggas in a cage, B.
I thought it should have been an I Quit match.
It makes somebody look too weak to me.
What? But no.
But he mentioned, hey, I can't put you in a cage because we're looking climb on top of the cage. No, nigga, put it in the Hell in a Cell type of shit.
So what it called?
But then that becomes
What's it called? What's it called?
Cell from Death. Cell of Death.
Or Rampage in the Cage?
So you have to...
it gotta be on
certain
Rampage
things you say, you may have to copyright because niggas will take your shit.
Cell of Death?
Literally.
Yes.
What?
Oh my God, the structure! The Cell of Death! The Cell of Death Excalibur! Yes. The Cell of Death is made of 2-ton steel, fresh from Japan.
But that was my thing when Punk did the promo and he came out with the dog collars. I was just like, is this gonna hit the way that it's supposed to?
It won't because they're not those type of wrestlers.
Yo, can I be real?
Yeah.
Punk don't fit today's wrestling no more. Like,
because Punk is not good in the ring.
Like, honestly,
you have to realize
his skills haven't really translated well. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like only time I feel so his skills when he fights young guys. Him and Diamond Allen had a great match, and I just feel like he pays too much homage to the past. Like, bro, no, I don't want to see that, man. Like, even like
I thought about that on the way here.
Like, I think you're right, because Sting wrestling kind of old school, but it translates well to this day.
First of all, I realized on Dynamite, I said, they got this nigga every week. They got Steve, because that's my nigga Steve. They got Steve out here every week face painting his shit to do nothing.
You want to take that check?
You won't take that check?
He probably does other stuff too.
Yo, that
he does nothing.
He does nothing.
So he don't teach promo class, nothing like that?
No.
You don't teach face painting class?
Nothing.
No.
Nothing.
Sting is collecting.
Literally, I realized it. So then when
so
the epiphany came last night.
Let me get this
on
straight.
Dynamite.
So Tony Khan paints all these old dudes. They don't get his value worth. Make him teach promo class. Make him teach submission class.
The only person that's behind the scenes, like working with the wrestlers for the most part,
was Cody.
Cody and Dustin.
So what's gonna happen to Nightmare Family?
Good question.
That is a good question. I thought about it too.
I thought about the moment. I said, "Damn, no more Nightmare Factory." So somebody better give Lee Johnson a call.
So is What's gonna lose his job? Marshall?
QT Marshall? I don't know.
So
probably.
Is all Cody friends gonna lose their job?
Probably.
Knows? That's the thing.
So that's a great question. So let's be honest with it. If Tony Khan is petty enough to put out a whole statement about what Big Swole said in an interview where he said nothing wrong. And one of my former EVPs decided to leave my company and not resign. You think he's going to keep Cody's friends?
Yeah, because
all them niggas gonna end up on Dark and Elevation.
What are they gonna do with that? Like the Nightmare Family.
I mean, to be fair,
the whole Nightmare Collective.
Anyway.
Like, you can't use them. So what's gonna happen? Are they gonna translate? Like all this guy going to NXT is they gonna get a school over there?
Somebody call Lee Johnson.
Dang,
Give my man.
I feel bad for Nasty Leroy and all these guys in the school.
Well, no, I think the school will still be its own entity.
But would it filter to AEW? Like, would it be the one?
It never did, though. That was the thing. Like, I think for me, the way that it looked was Cody was EVP, so he was able to put on as many of the kids that was in the school as he could. Because even looking back at Rose to the Top, there was an episode where they was showing Brandy, I think, training towards the end of the season. Brandy went back in the ring after she had the baby and she was training and stuff like that. And there were two, maybe it was episode 2 before that, but there were 2 girls that were training there and they ended up on Dark. So I do think that was just more of like a let me help. He was in the position to put niggas on, but now that he's not in that position, do niggas still get put on? That is the question.
Anybody associated with Cody is going away.
Except for Dustin. Dustin said he's not going nowhere.
So what about
even though I would pop for a Goldust. No.
Dustin, he got the old school respect. Everybody just respect Dustin because he does stuff right.
Yeah, but the thing
so out to Red Velvet and stuff like that.
They're probably gonna stay because listen, this is. I don't like assuming anything because we don't know we don't know. This is barbershop talk. I think Red Velvet stays because she's that over and everything, and she's been continuously going on. But this is my thing. He hasn't signed any big name women yet.
But who's the big women out there?
Hold on. We don't know whose contract is about to lapse soon in WWE. We don't know what else is going on.
Well, technically, wasn't it not maybe as big as like
Ruby?
Right, not as big as like Moxley, but Ruby Soho, to be honest, was probably one of the biggest signees.
She was brought in to put over Jade.
And what's crazy though is I don't think that's what she thought that was gonna be.
But the thing about it is, here comes the $1 million question: what big name woman is out there that's gonna move? We gotta put butts in seats. None. They all signed to WWE, but they all signing for big dogs.
They're not all signed to WWE.
Who? Who's left?
There's nobody left.
But that was always my issue.
No offense to Amber Moon though.
But ain't nobody worried about her.
Like she's not moving numbers.
Ain't nobody moving worried about her. But that was always my grip with the whole relationship and partnership with Impact and AEW at the time. Because there was
Impact versus AEW.
There was so much of a women's division opportunity to kind of cross over that they never took advantage of.
But you think the whole deal got sour with the whole Sammy situation? Because Sammy.
No, I don't even think that. Honestly speaking, the deal I think from the beginning was let's figure out a way to put Kenny more over than ever. And I think that ultimately was the goal. I don't think it ever was, let's see what women can be put over on AEW and vice versa.
Shout out to Tasha Steelz this Saturday with Mickey James for the Women's Championship, for the Impact Championship.
I don't think it was ever a thing to incorporate anyone else outside of making Kenny look good, because then they were able to once he won the Impact title, then they were able to say Kenny's the only person at this current time to hold 3 large promotion belts at the same time. That's all that was about. And that was always my issue with that partnership, because it wasn't a partnership. It was a how do we put Kenny over even more?
So put some respect on my son Rich Kwan's name, because my son is holding a black man holding 2 titles from 2 different promotions. Put some respect on his name.
I have nothing but the utmost respect for Rich Swann and what he's been able to do post WWE. Absolutely not, because he's been able to still keep his name relevant and still keep himself booked and fucking busy. So it's never a shade to him, but it should have been where. But the thing though is, when you say the word partnership,
right,
there has to be an equal level of how does this side benefit and how does this side benefit.
Listen, this shit was for Kenny.
And that's what my issue would have boiled down to.
They did benefit though.
How?
They didn't.
Because more people came back to Impact, so a lot of people stayed. They got a pay-per-view bump.
That had nothing to do. They got the bump because Kenny was on it.
Doesn't matter.
But even the TV ratings, nothing moved the needle. Anybody that signed with Impact was signing with Impact with or without Kenny.
The thing about Impact is once they took off of Twitch, it become very hard to find. That's why. That's the one part that no one talks about. They're not on Twitch no more.
Well, I never watch it on Twitch, so that's why.
Yeah, I'm happy watching on Twitch.
Like I have Sling, so I have access to it. So I have the channel that has
Impact. I watched it on Twitch.
So I never watched it on Twitch.
So I didn't know. It was easy access.
Yeah, so nobody talks about that.
Well, that's why you got to talk about it. That's why we have this platform.
So let's talk about,
let's talk about real quick before we end.
Oh, premium.
Saudi, good old Saudi Elimination Chamber. Premium. Why do we always fuck this up? Premium, because I always want to say premium. Premium. Let me. Like I don't got Peacock on my phone.
History is being made though.
Why?
There is a women's elimination chamber match in fucking Saudi Arabia. That alone makes the pay-per-view pop.
And then the women's title match had a billboard in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
There's not, and that's the things I think as fans that we get so heavily like the political shit in Saudi got nothing to do with what's about to go down.
But what makes us better than Saudi though? Because Americans know better. For example, right? How to treat black people, how to treat everyone else. How many women and children are going missing in USA? You understand? How they take your third grade test score saying that you're gonna end up in jail. So understanding that, people always talk about Saudi this, right? America's no different. How many bodies that we have hidden in all these countries? How the hell that we lied about having, this country has weapons of mass destruction, but it's for opioids. So U.S. hands are not clean.
So I don't think it's not saying that the U.S. hands are clean or anything like that.
So why do people make a big deal about that deal?
But I think because I think people get so wrapped up in not knowing that their own shit stinks. And at the end of the day, when you do business, I think anytime anyone has done business, whether it's with the Middle East or with Asia or anything like that, it always looks like something is up. Instead of sometimes realizing that sometimes the partnership of things can actually help and grow and open up things and give people opportunities.
I said that 2 years ago.
Like that.
I said that was a great idea because like WWE is the first one to go over there.
The actual partnership of WWE and Saudi Arabia. But I just honestly speaking, it gives me as a woman, not only of color but a wrestling fan, it gives me goosebumps to know that they are able to go to a country where women didn't even have rights until recently. Women weren't able to participate in sports until recently. Drive. So those type of things to now where we're looking at 2022 where you have, 6 women in a chamber, because I didn't even think they was going to do it. They got 6 women in a chamber going for their shot at WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia.
The last time was with Shayna, right? Mm-hmm. Shayna won the last one.
It was trash.
I don't remember.
It was trash. Shayna really ran.
Because last year they didn't do.
No, she ran through.
And it did nothing for her character.
It made sense though that she ran.
At the time, it made sense, but it didn't lead to nothing.
The end game didn't make sense. It was confusing.
No. Watching on a replay and they edited it properly, yes. Watching live was trash because you stood around did nothing.
So all right, let's get some predictions and then we're gonna head on out. Cool. So we got The Miz versus Rey Mysterio.
Yo, The Miz gotta get a W.
The story fucking build up is actually low-key been dope.
It's fire. We all said it. You sure you got Eddie's kid?
So, when he said that shit, I was like, that's Eddie kid, though. Foul.
Technically,
I'm marked out.
Yo, I was like, that's foul.
He is Eddie kid, though.
But once again, invoking emotion. That's what wrestling's about.
He's Eddie's kid, though. It makes sense.
So, you say Miz.
The Miz.
I think The Miz may, because he's been taking some
He needs some Wu-Tang right now.
He needs some W's.
I think it's Dominic, son.
Dominic's the ultimate winner.
I think it's Dominic.
Does this lead to Dominic versus Rey Mysterio?
No. Ray say no.
No, not yet?
No. Ray say no. He said no.
All right. So off of SmackDown where you had Naomi versus Charlotte, that ended up turning into now a match in Saudi Arabia. They got fucking Ronda in Saudi. That's crazy. They got Ronda Rousey.
She was in Saudi before for Fast and Furious.
Oh, that is true. I forgot about that.
So
you got Ronda and Naomi tag teaming against Sonya Deville and Charlotte Flair.
Ronda and Naomi.
Yeah, next. Yeah. So they have 3 matches?
They
have 2, 3? Okay. What's next?
They have 3.
What's next?
You have, which I don't understand why. Falls Count Anywhere, Madcap Moss versus Drew McIntyre. I don't know what the fuck.
They're going to fight in the sand?
Huh?
They're going to fight in the sand?
I don't think so.
Racist.
How's that racist? They got sand over there.
I actually.
I think it's a little racist.
How?
Okay. So,
so why can't Weston come out with a camel?
What?
Oh, when Riddle
came
did
out
that.
a camel.
a little racist too.
How's that racist?
Okay,
that's their culture. So if Randy came out like he's in the South, right, and after that he come out with Kool-Aid, that's racist.
Next.
Yeah, what to say? You proved your point.
Next.
So you don't think it's racist when they're in Atlanta, like they bring out the Amigos?
No, that's actually appropriate as fuck.
So if
I'm not disagreeing with you about the saying.
Fire the shit.
However, comment though, Riddle on that camel was very problematic. Was questionable as fuck. I will say that. That was really random. But Drew McIntyre or Madcap Moss?
Come on, man.
Drew McIntyre.
Yeah,
what if it's
man.
not? You got the SmackDown Tag Team titles. You got the Viking Raiders versus the Usos. I think the title's gonna change.
No, they're not. Nothing's changing.
Yo, the Viking Raiders is not money.
You have I don't know. I think
War Machine wants money. Viking Raiders are not money.
Tomato. You got Lita versus Becky Lynch. Oh, we didn't even talk Becky. Okay, so y'all know I'm not the biggest Becky Lynch fan, but that contract signing, it had me a little. I was like, oh, Bex, okay.
Bex.
I said, oh shit. I felt that. It just was even from down. Once again, I'm a visual person, so even going down to what she wore to the ring, how she sat in the ring, how she begged and pleaded, like, Lita, this is not the smoke you want. Like, all of that shit combined, I was like, oh,
it was
okay.
Good. So what else?
So you got Becky Lynch versus Lita.
Come on, man. Like, no, next.
It's Becky.
Yeah.
Universal title, William Goldberg versus Roman Reigns.
You said Goldberg's winning?
Roman is winning.
Oh, yeah. The Tribal Chief is winning. Next.
Elimination Chamber match for the Raw Women's title shot at WrestleMania.
Bianca, yeah. And Bobby.
Really?
I'm going with Bobby with this one.
I do see Bobby still winning the Chamber.
Bobby wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be that. But anybody interested in watching Elimination Chambers, not crack of dawn early like West Coast, but at noon, you're more than welcome to come pop by Legends. We will be viewing it. You'll be able to watch it there in person. Also, to this weekend, Impact's pay-per-view is the same day as later that night. So if you fight, I think Fight TV does have Impact pay-per-views you can purchase. So make sure you go watch that where you can watch. Tasha Steelz go for the Impact Women's title against Mickie James. Good luck, sis. We wish you the best. We want you to bring the title back home. And then anyone in the DMV area this weekend, Fight Club is having their first show, I think, back since the pandemic with an audience, with crowds. We actually will be there live. We are sponsoring O'Shea Edwards versus Billy Dixon for the Chocolate City Championship. And then also what? This nigga keep the same energy. I love it. But yes, anybody in the DMV area, make sure to come out, support independent wrestling. And then after that, next week, really after Elimination Chamber, the road to WrestleMania begins, and now we will.
Revolution next.
Oh yeah, March 6th, Sunday, March. Now they're back on a Sunday. Sunday, March 6th, we'll be back at Legends for Revolution, AEW's first pay-per-view of the year. So make sure to do that. If you're going out to Orlando, because that's where the show is, they're doing a weekend full of activities. They're doing a fan fest, also including, I think, a concert, including the one that has done our theme song.
2 people has done our theme song.
2 out of the 3 performing have done our theme song. So shout outs to Montezi and also Josiah Williams.
Download Spotify Green Room.
Yes. Last but not least, congratulations. I know at first we didn't react the way he wanted us to.
No, it's fine.
But now it's official. The ink is dried. Sir Wilkins will be on Spotify's Green Room representing the Jobbertears podcast, but also representing Black people in wrestling, talking about wrestling. Mondays, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Pacific Time.
And Wednesdays also at 10 p.m.
There you go.
2 days a week.
Make sure to download the app. You can connect your Spotify account to Spotify Green Room as well. Make sure to always subscribe. Follow us on social media, YouTube,
shout out to the
all
Black,
that jazz.
Shout out to the Illuminati of Black wrestling. Y'all know who y'all guys are. You saw that picture.
Shout out to Public Enemies podcast. They did a great interview with Big Swole.
Oh yes,
I gotta check that out.
It was pretty fire.
Dope.
As Illuminati of wrestling.
I'm not entertaining that.
Come on, B.
I kind of like that Illuminati of Black wrestling.
I'm not entertaining that. As always, I'm Janelle from HR, here with Sir Wilkins and Mr. Black. #Black Excellence. #We are out.
love is over, got the hands in motion. If you go with rolling, no need to focus. Traveling states and over oceans, you gotta wait till your coast chosen. Trying to have lines outside the show like Harry Potter releases at Barnes and Noble.